from the Mike Eisenstadt Performance Studio, this is the Live Music Showcase brought to you by WMNF Tampa and listeners like you. I'm your host, Millie, and today in the studio, we've got Kasondra Rose.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
So excited to have you in the studio. You know what? I actually just want to hear a song to start. What do you have for us today?
We're going to start with A Cloud.
Ooh.
Yeah. Riding high with the wind, floating over a blue wind. Don't know my shape, don't know my size, but I feel the sunshine. Shrinking as I'll make things grow, and maybe they will never ever know. Ooh, it matters not the length of the time, disappearing as I arrive. So walk me up, bring me down, drifting as a cloud. Soak me up, bring me down, drifting as a cloud. Soak me up, bring me down, drifting as a cloud. Drifting as a cloud.
You're listening to WMNF 88.5's Live Music Showcase. I'm your host, Millie, and live in the studio, you are listening to Kasondra Rose. Hey.
Hey.
I love that.
Ah.
What was that song about?
That was almost, it came out of like a haiku that I wrote. I have like a month every year where I try to just focus on writing as much as I can, little chunks, and then those little chunks, or those little bits, can turn into full songs. That was just, I was perusing through a book and I was like, oh, a cloud, and it started with one of the verse lines, and then I forced myself to write a song out of it. And I just liked the idea of, just floating along. It's my ideal life situation would just to be, drifting along.
Drifting,
Yeah.
yes.
Most of the time I'm mired in my own emotions. So
No, I love it. And let's go and get to know you a little better. So when did you start writing, and how did you figure out the process that you're using now, such as like just picking up a haiku to decide to write a song out of it?
I don't know that I have any one process. My process is mostly write anything and get a song any way I can. And I find what works for me is trying to approach things from a bunch of different angles. I think for as much as I'm a creature of habit, as far as writing goes, it really helps me to come at writing from different angles. So any port in the storm, any way to get a song down. And so sometimes it's inspired by, things that have happened to me. Sometimes it's just, like the idea of a cloud floating and gosh, I should live my life more like that. Anything that I can do. So like the album that I'm putting out this weekend, the way that came about was I wrote all the songs in a Logic. So a digital software program, as opposed to writing it on my guitar.
So you use a lot of sampling and kind of,
Yeah.
Did you have a band live in the studio actually at any time, or was everything digital instrumentation?
It was all just with loops in the Logic program. And then I pass it over to this guy who's on keys right now.
Hi.
That's Jeremy.
So we have I was actually coming to you next, Jeremy Douglas. Well, first I want to start by saying congratulations.
Oh, what did I do?
Because last week we actually mentioned that your wife, Rebecca Zapin, just had a baby.
Yeah,
so
I
we
forgot
have a
about
new
that.
daddy in the studio right now. So how's life now?
It's great.
Yeah?
She's a nice baby. She's very reasonable.
Well, congratulations. And of course, you are accompanying Kasondra today here in the studio on piano, but you also produced Out of Thin Air.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. So I passed him what I had done in Logic, which was very basic and amateurish because I'm not familiar with digital software programs. And I gave it to him, and I even gave him the title track was just this total throwaway song. And he gave it back to me as this huge, like epic sounding, almost James Bond feeling piece. And I was like, it changed everything for me.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I don't know. You did magical things.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, so putting together the album and the music, well, let everybody know a little bit about your background so everyone knows who you are.
Oh, I'm a piano player. I've been around the area for a long time and done lots of work with local artists, recording demos and stuff, but also dabble quite a bit in electronic music. So Kasondra's really great because it's fun. She gives me this song. It's very bare bones, and she says, do whatever you want with it. And
She gives you free reign.
yeah, and so I send it back to her, and most of the time she's like, wow, that's really cool. Sometimes she's like, no, I don't know, maybe not that, try something else. But generally it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And so how long have you been playing music now?
I've been playing out professionally since 2003.
Long time.
Yeah, it is a long time. What happened? Gosh, I don't want to reveal too much as the show goes
As the show
on.
progresses.
Yes.
Well, you know what? With that, what I'll love to do is let you guys know out there. We love hearing from you. Tell us that you love this music. Tell us you're loving the show. Give us a call at 813-239-9663. Steve is always waiting to take your call. And stay tuned. We're actually going to be giving away a little something for you listeners. So listen to this next song. And what song is that going to be?
We are going to do Sounds Like 3. So A Cloud is on the new album, and this song is as well. So.
And what's this song about?
I was working a part-time job. I had to maintain a certain number of hours to maintain health insurance, 401k, like all sorts
The
of
usual
cushy
corporate
like
needed
benefits.
things.
Yeah. And I argued myself to a raise, and then I promptly after I won the raise, I gave up all the hours and just wanted to focus on music. So this song is about that, about me arguing for a raise. And the rest of the album is kind of about like, well, what do I do now?
All right.
So here we go. You thought I'd be an easy no. Wave your hand. disappointed. Returning ties aside your blow. Up your feet, stick your lips in pain. Up your feet, stick your lips. I say victory sounds like 3, 2, victory, 1, 2, victory, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, victory, 1, 2, victory, 1, 2. You think by now you'd really know who you're leading, who you're needing to grow. You have one too many bruises, and you're the one who loses when you and I go toe to toe. Up your feet, stick your lips and pray. Up your feet, stick your lips. I say victory sounds like 3, 2, victory, 1, 2, victory, 1, 2. Victory sounds like 3, 2, victory, 1, 2, victory, 1, 2. Quick on my feet, I won't retreat from you. From you, the lazy try, and now you can't deny it to me. Victory sounds like 3, 2, victory, 1, 2, victory, 1, 2. Victory sounds like 3, 2, victory, 1, 2, victory, 1, 2. Victory sounds like 3. Oh, 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 oh. Victory sounds like 3, 2, victory, 1, 2, victory, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Now you can catch Live Music Showcase everywhere you go. Get the new WMNF app available for iOS and Android devices. Listen to WMNF's online streams, check out upcoming events, and keep up with our news, public affairs coverage, and more with the player. Best of all, it's free. Search WMNF Player in your app store or visit WMNF.org for details and links. And also, don't forget, there is actually a link you can click on, and it will call the Live Music Showcase, and you can let Steve know how much you're loving this music right now, because live in the studio, we got Kasondra Rose. She's being accompanied by Jeremy Douglas on piano. Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Thanks for having us.
And so they're promoting the new album, Out of Thin Air, and that's coming out this Sunday.
This Sunday.
At the CD release party, and that's actually going to be at the Morian Clay Center?
Morian Center for Clay.
Morian Center for Clay.
Yep.
Is it just going to be you playing? Do you have any opening acts? Tell me a little bit about this
I'm
event.
so glad you asked me. Well, it's going to sound a little different than what you're even hearing on the radio today. It's going to be Jeremy on keys, and then we're going to have Dave Hamar on drums, Daniel Navarro on bass. Rose Malore is going to be playing some cello on a couple pieces.
Nice.
We've got Tiana Kirby. She's going to be doing some backup vocals for me. And then while we're performing songs off of the album, Dance and Circus Arts of Tampa Bay are going to be performing live aerial acrobatics while we're playing music.
Gorgeous. So silk acrobatics just flying around.
Yeah, there's going to be silks, there's going to be trapeze, there's going to be lyra. So it's going to be a really fun time.
It sounds like an amazing time.
Yeah.
It really, so what time does doors open?
Doors are at 5, shows at 6, and that's this Sunday. and it's at the Art Warehouse District of downtown St. Pete.
So that's downtown St. Pete. Get your tickets, and people can go to castmusic.us. Is that correct?
That is kasmusic.us.
.us. But if you are listening right now, you just might be one of those lucky listeners who gets to walk away with a pair of tickets. So you can tell your friends, haha, you got to go get yours now.
It's true.
So I have a little question for you, because you know me. I'm not going to make it easy for you guys, okay? But I know you can handle this. Now, give us a call. That's 813-239-9663. Steve will be waiting to take your call. And are you ready? Well, I'll give you the number one more time, because I know you weren't listening. Or if you have the app, you're just going to go ahead and press and call directly from there, or you can call directly from Facebook. That number was 813-239-9663. The question is, what did Kasondra Rose major in college?
And Mom, you're not allowed to call in and answer.
You can call in and say, hey, baby, schmooshes. But definitely call in. Let us know what was her major in college. Well, we'll give you a hint. So where did you go to college?
I originally went to college in New York City.
New York City.
Yep.
I think that's a good hint. So
it's a
we'll
good
leave it.
hint, yeah.
We'll leave it there. All right, guys. We'll wait for your call. And in the meantime, I am dying to hear another song.
I think we should do Out of Thin Air.
Okay.
Let me take my guitar off here.
Okay. Now, I did get a chance to see a music video for that on your YouTube channel. Yes. So if you want to give it a listen on YouTube. And is that the fully produced, the music video?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So give it a listen. It's on the Facebook page. You can also go to kasmusic.us. That's castmusic.us. And there are links there. Give it away.
Does a single sigh make the heights too high? Unreachable sky. Does a simple shrug make a victim? Unsolvable conundrum. Pull it out of thin air. Pull it out of thin air. Can the tongue unfurl to change the world while still clutching its pearls? If it's said just right, can words become life? Can the notes breathe poetry into night? Pull it out of thin air. Pull it out of thin air. Make it bold. Turn the glow. Secrets unfold. Pull it
WMNF is a listener-supported, commercial-free radio station. Tips are accepted. Visit WMNF.org/support and leave a tip for the live music showcase, the show that plays music you didn't know you wanted to hear. And you know what? I am glad that I was in a mood for something just like this today. It was just perfect. I hear, obviously, your voice is just bleeding jazz and soul everywhere. You know, it's smooth and buttery. I love it.
Ooh, buttery.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I don't think I can give it the best description. I really love the way that who described it here for you was voice is warm like wine in your belly with notes of dark sweetness and a smooth finish. And I read that on your site. I'm like, that is exactly what this is.
Aw, thanks.
You know, now I want a glass of wine.
Well,
Love it. Now, I'm going to ask Jeremy on this one.
Yes.
Why the direction that you took with obviously, I mean, the vocals definitely push so many different ways. You can do so much with it. Why did you go in the direction of this sound that I'm hearing on the album?
Like because the album
this
sounds like completely different than what we're doing here.
Right.
Just to be clear, which one do you
The
mean?
fully produced.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. Why did we do that?
I don't know. Well, like what I sent to him wasn't. It was I think it was a upright bass loop.
Okay.
That was just hitting 4 notes, going down, and so I sent him that with the whole like vocal, the whole vocal bit, and
Yes.
like a little ambient thing in the chorus.
Right.
Definitely.
I think part of it is out of necessity because I don't have a studio where I can record lots of musicians.
Oh, well, I'm actually loving it because I'm seeing influences of trip hop is what I'm hearing. Hence why you mentioned it was more 007, very, mysterious spy like.
But I like the sort of combination of cinematic elements with electronic noodling. I like those things mixed together. Like who does that really? Imogene Heap and Bjork. They do
Portishead
that,
does
yeah.
it. Yes.
Yeah, they do that really well, and so I really admire those artists. And maybe in a lot of ways I try to emulate them, but mostly it's out of necessity. I think if I had a big recording studio and lots of nice microphones, I'd probably bring musicians in. But since I don't have them, I just
I'll
kinda
say
layer all my
more
sounds
isn't
on it.
necessarily better.
Right.
I do love the sound. It sounds great.
Thank you.
And you guys are getting quite a nice extra bonus performance here because it really doesn't sound the same. Definitely check it out if you haven't if you're planning on getting the album, go to the release party and that's this Sunday at 5. Where's that at again?
That is at the Moraine Center for Clay. It's in the Art Warehouse District of downtown St. Pete.
Okay, so get there on time and get your copy. Is there a limited release only of the CD? And then you're going digital or you can
Well, I ordered 500 of them.
okay.
So, I mean, that's limited.
Technically limited there.
I mean, if I sold all of them on Sunday, I wouldn't be upset.
Right. And I'm sure there's only going to be limited tickets for the performance on Sunday, so they definitely have to go get their tickets on the website.
Yep. Seating's limited. So get your tickets today.
Get your tickets at kasmusic.us. That's kasmusic.us. But if you're listening, which we still don't have a winner, so I'm waiting for one here.
I know the answer. Can I answer it?
I can use some tickets. Wait, hold on. Maybe I should answer this. Give us a call, 813-239-9663. And if you know the answer as to what did Kasondra major in college before she decided to be a lovely singer, then you can walk away with a pair of tickets to this Sunday's release party. And you definitely don't want to miss it because there's going to be trapeze and aerial artists dancing around everywhere. It's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah, and it sounds even a little different than the album because we're working with some live musicians. So it's a one-of-a-kind performance. I don't know that I will have the energy to do anything like this ever again.
Will you be performing, not just singing, but with the aerial artists?
I am not at liberty to say.
Oh, so now we have to just go and see it
Wait,
for
it's
ourselves.
your show. You have all the liberty.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
You guys aren't helping me here.
No, so aside from this show, you actually just got back from tour.
I did. Yeah, because the summer was not crazy enough. I went on tour for the month of July. The last 2 summers, I spent some time up in Michigan playing shows. I'm originally from Michigan, but I never played music up there. but I have friends who play music. So I was frustrated one night and I was like, let me know if I can play a show with you. And my friend threw me a date and I was like, oh shoot, what do I do now?
Oh, wow.
So the last 2 summers I've spent a little bit of time up there playing shows. And then for July this year, I just decided like, let me try a whole month and let me drive and let me, see what I could book. And I booked, enough to go on the road and, it was a good time. When I was crossing over the Howard Franklin, like heading back home, I was like, I'm going to have to do this every year now. Shoot, darn it.
Well, speaking of having to do this every year, I mean, you're just about to put out an album. Do you have an idea as to when you're going to go on tour?
Again?
Well, but for this album, because before, I don't know, which album were you touring with on this last one?
I had the CDs shipped up to Michigan about halfway through my tour. So I was selling them kind of on my way there. I was playing a lot of cover shows to help pay my way. While I was on tour, I played quite a bit of original shows as well. But it was an eclectic mix of shows, breweries and actual music venues and restaurants and whatever I could get on the books. So.
Wherever music is needed.
Yes, exactly.
There we go.
Wherever they would have me.
All right. Well, let's hear another song. I'm actually excited to hear some more.
I'm going to do a song called Sugar High. So the funny thing about this song is this was originally going to be the title track of the album. And it was only going to be a 5-track album.
Okay.
And then I had sent Jeremy the throwaway song, which is now the title track, Out of Thin Air.
That's funny how things work out, huh?
I know. And then I was like, we have to add more songs. And then I was like, and now Sugar High is not even going to be on the album because it just doesn't fit with the tone anymore. So you guys get to hear it on the radio.
Yay. I feel blessed.
Yeah.
Hashtag blessed. WMNF.
Here we go. Why would you see me now when you never did before? A fool of 7 I saw you at the door. The only knocking is the beating in my heart. Oh, how sweet the talking, and now that we are apart. Don't call me with your honey, honey, lover, stick it with the line. Surfboard, sweet and whispered, oh, you ever. It's a short-lived sugar high. My empty bed is warmer than shaving with your empty heart. It's done so much to you set free. Yeah, but what a relief. Yeah, you keep on bugging me. I wonder what you want. The loyalty I have for you, or the cupcake that I flaunt. Don't call me with your honey, honey, ever, stick it with the line. So boy, sweet and whispered, oh, you ever. It's a short-lived sugar high. The way did you say? Just a little hard to swallow. Why would I think you would follow? Don't come here with your honey, honey. Stick it with the light. Syrup words sweet and whispered. It's a short-lived sugar high. Ooh, 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 ooh.
You're listening to WMNF 88.5's Live Music Showcase. I'm your host, Millie, and live in the studio, you're listening to Kasondra Rose. Once again, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, this is wonderful. I'm having a great time. And before we continue, if you don't mind, I would love to say thank you to the people who helped make this show a success. Basically, a wonderful show. I want to say thank you today to Dustin Hapley, who's mixing it up behind the glass. Thank you, Dustin. And of course, you can check out his show Tuesdays at 1 p.m. It's the Music. Our video crew today is Bob Hoke, Richard Stone, and our very own Dwayne Terry, DT. And you can check him out at Urban Cafe every Sunday at 9 a.m. And of course, our producers are Steve Arduengo and Mildred Matos. Hey, wait, that's me. I'm your host, Millie. And if you want more information on me, you can find me on the social sphere as Millie Vision. That's Millie with a Y, Vision with an S. And of course, if you're catching this show, we're going closer towards the tail end now, but you can still listen to it in our archive, and you can find that on the WMNF app. And of course, you can watch this on YouTube. Yes, that's correct. There are cameras in the studio, and we are catching this wonderful performance for you, so you can tune in to YouTube and visit us at WMNF 88 FM. Once again, that's WMNF 885 FM on YouTube, and you'll be able to click subscribe and catch every amazing artist that comes right through here. We are talking about the album today, Out of Thin Air, for Kasondra Rose, and the CD release party is this Sunday, 5 p.m.
Yep.
Ooh, at the Morian Center for Clay. And there's going to be an amazing performance, so you can't miss that. Make sure you get your tickets at castmusic.us. And we still, well, I don't know, because Steve hasn't come through here yet to let me know if there's been a winner or not, and I'm still waiting for him. But you can always call and find out if those 2 tickets are still available at 813-239-9663, or just call them and tell them how awesome the music is. That's all. Just call, guys. I love it when you guys call. I love reading your comments after the show. So hit us up on Facebook and give us those calls. You can also text us at 813-433-0885, or you can actually shoot us an email at dj@wmnf.org. And while we're waiting, since we're still waiting for the answer as to what you majored to in college, I'm going to go ahead and ask that second question.
Okay.
You know? And in 2013, well, let me go back. This is not the first time that you've actually collaborated with Jeremy.
No,
He actually produced an album for you back in 2013.
he did.
And what was that album called?
That was called More Than I.
More Than I. Okay. Was that sounding anything like this album?
It was pretty different. It was more guitar based.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, it was more like a studio record than a live record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Would you say it had more like a rock undertone, or still like a...
I think it was just more of a lighthearted album, whereas the tone on this album kind of took a turn.
Okay. just a little darker this
A little
time
darker,
around.
yeah.
It's like,
A little more reflective, yeah.
hey, everything evolves, and I love it.
Yep.
Well, based on that, your title track for that album was actually called More Than I. And you had a music video for that.
I did.
So this next question, once again, guys, if you don't have that number, which you should have that saved on your phone, that's 813-239-9663. This next question is, what was the featured animal in the music video, More Than I? Check it out on YouTube. I'm not going to give you a hint, unless, do you want to give them a hint?
I don't know. I mean, you can if you're at your computer, you might be able to find the answer on the interwebs.
The interwebs. Is it on your website, kasmusic.us?
The video is, yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. That's
I
probably
mean,
the best
2
hint right
tickets
there.
are on the line.
2 tickets,
Yeah.
guys, to this Sunday's CD release party. Don't miss out. With that, I'd love to hear another song.
Let's do Savannah Tree.
Okay.
This is one. This is another one off the album.
What is there to say about this change? Doesn't feel real. The calendar reveals a naked ambition, avoiding attrition. But I feel the pressure. Am I called to make diamonds or a food for the lions? And maybe I'll make a pretty Savannah tree. What do I escape? What will take shape if tires are wrong? Will some way, somehow catch my stumble, recover my fumble? But I feel the weight. Am I called to make diamonds or a food for the lions? And maybe I'll make a pretty Savannah tree. Am I called to make diamonds or a food for the lions? And maybe I'll make a pretty Savannah tree. Maybe I'll make a pretty Savannah tree.
You're listening to WMNF 88.5's Live Music Showcase with Kasondra Rose live on the air. Thank you, Kasondra.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
You know, with that, I think it's a good time for a lightning round.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys some pretty random questions.
Okay.
All right, and you just say the first thing that comes to mind.
Oh boy.
All right, if you really, really can't think of anything, you can pass, and then we come right back to you.
Okay.
All right? There's only two of you, so this will go pretty quickly.
So are there wrong answers?
There is no such thing as a wrong answer.
Okay, good.
Just stupid questions. No, play. Here we go. So we'll start with Kasondra. Which flavor ice cream do you prefer?
Oh, I can't eat ice cream.
At all?
No. Well, okay. So I would have to do almond milk ice cream, and there's a chocolate peanut butter flavor that I really like.
Ooh, where would you get that?
Publix, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When I could eat ice cream, what did I like? I don't know. I would eat all the ice cream. I didn't discriminate.
It's like, why? How about you, Jeremy?
Vanilla.
Just vanilla?
Yeah, but I put a bunch of crap all over it.
Oh, okay. That's my type
That
of guy right
sounds
there.
terrible.
Not literally.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
You should
All
put,
kinds of
like,
toppings
sprinkles.
and
Oh, okay.
sprinkles and
Yeah.
nuts and cream and you name it, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah. Exactly. All right, we'll go to Jeremy. Jeremy, what's on your nightstand?
I don't have a nightstand.
Oh, see, there we go. At all.
But if I did, it'd probably be diapers or something.
Diaper. How about you, Cassandra?
Under the nightstand is just charging cables for my iPhone and for my laptop when I bring it to bed with me.
So you don't really keep anything on top of your nightstand?
No.
Keep it
I
cool.
keep like a glass of water and my iPhone.
Cool.
Sometimes like a headband or a bobby pin.
What's your go-to comfort food?
My go-to comfort food, I love breakfast.
Breakfast.
I like eating different things, but like I like my breakfast to be the same. I like an egg over medium and hash browns. And then if I'm feeling extra fancy, bacon.
There we go.
Yeah.
How about you, Jeremy?
French toast.
With cherries Jubilee?
No, just maple syrup
Okay.
and
Okay.
butter.
Now, what song instantly puts you in a good mood, Jeremy?
Oh, anything by Latin dance music, like
Like salsa?
Cuban dance music.
Oh.
No, like danzón, not salsa, but
Oh,
you know,
like more
dan-
like ballads?
yeah, dance hall stuff.
Una baladita, you know,
Yeah,
something like,
yeah.
okay.
Can't be upset and listen to that ever.
Interesting. Interesting. I like that. How about you?
To put me in a good mood, probably like electronic dance music. I'm blanking out on the name of the DJ that I really like.
You can say it out of turn later.
Yeah, I will.
There you go. But what was the last book you read?
Oh boy.
Oh. Was it an audiobook?
I was starting to read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, I love that book.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one of Dustin's favorite too. he's shooting his arms up in the air. Woo! How about you, Jeremy?
Seven Eves by Neil Stevenson.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what's your drink of choice?
Water.
Water.
You know, it's exciting, right?
How about you, Cassandra?
Drink of choice would be. Oh man, I'm just having a hard time. I like all of the things.
All of it.
I do drink water quite a bit. I don't drink a lot of soda. So
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
We'll leave it. I'll accept water.
beer, sour beers,
Sour beers,
stouts,
really?
porters.
Okay.
Like I just don't discriminate.
Oh, there you go. If it tastes good, it's good.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Well, all right. Name something on your bucket list.
I should have prepared better.
I'll come
for
back
these
to
questions.
you. Jeremy, what's something on your bucket list?
I would like to go back to North Africa. I was there and it was great, but I wasn't there long enough, and I want to go back. So
Nice. Something about North Africa that really.
Morocco, you know, it's a nice place. I wasn't there long enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I would like to go to Iceland. That's on the list, and Sweden. I have some distant cousins in Sweden. So I don't know, something about the skin of mine does not really belong in Florida weather. So something about overcast, cool weather
Yeah.
just sounds so appealing, where the sun's coming in, you know, and gets soaked up by the atmosphere, and you know.
Nice. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. That sounds like something fun to do on your bucket list. Yeah. Now, how do you define success?
I define success by, you know, if you feel content and satisfied with what you're doing, and that changes. I don't think there's any one definition.
Okay. Jeremy, how about you?
Well, I actually have a story about that. Can I tell a tiny story?
Sure. Go ahead.
Because I always had this definition of success that, you know, like somebody's going to notice that I'm kind of okay, and maybe other people will notice. And then, I mean, you know, fame or something when I was younger. Then I got married, and my wife we went to an accountant together to do our taxes one year. And the accountant said, "Oh, you're musicians, both of you. Did you ever want to be really famous musicians?" And my wife, she said something that was so smart. She said, would you ask that to like a plumber or a mechanic, or did you want to be like the world's most famous mechanic? And I mean, people's definitions of success are different. And my mind changed in that moment when I realized, you know, yeah, maybe the success is to be able to have a family and 2 children now, and be able to play music only and feed those kids. So that's pretty successful as far as I'm concerned.
I like that answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. And it's true. Everybody's definition of success is different. For him
Right.
to have said that was kind of inappropriate on his part.
No. I mean, it makes sense. It's a normal question
Yeah.
because, you know, you're in the arts and people like want to be entertained. And so are you going to be the most famous entertainer in the thing that you're doing? But maybe that's not really important, you know?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go back to famous people.
Ooh.
Well, I'm going to ask Jeremy on this one.
Okay.
If you can bring back one musician from the dead, who would it be and why?
Gosh, I don't even know. I don't know. Probably Miles Davis.
Why?
Because he wasn't done. I don't think if he could just live forever, he could change music 100 more times.
I'll agree with you on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Cassandra?
Sarah Vaughan, so I could sit down with her and chat. have a coffee.
Something you want to
Black
talk to
coffee.
her about?
No, she was definitely one of my vocal inspirations. When I was in college, I was like, a friend of mine gave me a record of Sarah Vaughan's, and I fell in love with it. And then I would just sing it, and I couldn't really sing very well at the time, but I would sing it at the top of my lungs in my dorm room, to the point where, like, my dorm mates would, like, come over and they knock on the door and they'd be like, "Can you please stop?"
All right.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Well, last question. Okay. This is a good one. What single message would you send to an advanced alien species? Jeremy.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. We're sorry.
We're sorry. We didn't mean it.
We didn't mean it. And is this in regards to anything
Just
specific?
in general. Just in general.
How about you, Cassandra?
I'm not going to top that answer. We come in peace. Most of us come in peace. Don't mind these other people.
Don't mind. Okay, don't mind these other
Yeah.
people. Take me. All right, that's great. And so, of course, for those of you listening out there in Radio-Land, my 2 questions for you are: what did Cassandra Rose major in college, and what was the featured animal in the video? Let me say video. More Than I, for Cassandra Rose's album More Than I. Okay, if you call back, you can take away a pair of tickets to their CD release party this Sunday, 5 p.m. at the Morian Center
For Clay.
for Clay. There we go.
They have a couple. Like they
They have a
run,
few.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, wait, which one?
Yeah,
Morian
yeah.
Center for Clay.
Yep.
And I know where that one is.
It's
too.
a beautiful converted train station.
Yes.
When I was looking for a venue to hang aerialists in, I walked into that space and I was like, oh, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Last time I was in that area, well, I was there. I popped in. I had actually adopted my puppy because they have an adoption center across the street from there. So I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, while we're waiting for people to call in, I would love to hear another song.
Sure. Let's do You Fly.
Okay.
You're sleeping 7 time zones away. Wide awake, daydreaming. 7 years down the road, and we share your home. You found when my heart. You found when my heart, oh my heart. I hope you're dreaming of me, really from reality. Only 5 days, 2 times on a side. You're for heaven and in mine. You'll find when my heart. You'll find when my heart. Well, I know you're airborne, traveling the world round. Oh, and you'll end up be the softest ground. 'Cause when I fell for you, you got me good. Better than I thought I may never could. But boy, you good. You'll find with my heart. You'll find with my
WMNF is a listener-supported, commercial-free radio station. Tips are accepted. So visit WMNF.org/support and leave a tip for the live music showcase, a show that plays music you didn't know you wanted to hear. I also want to mention that we do have a YouTube page, and this show will be posted tonight. Just visit YouTube and look for WMNF 885 FM and make sure to subscribe, and you'll be able to see today's show, Kasondra Rose, live on the radio. Well, it won't be live, but you'll be able to see it on YouTube. Also, I just wanted to mention that we actually recently, I think, created a group called Friends Who Like WMNF's Live Music Showcase on Facebook. So for those of you who prefer joining the group and getting all the latest on the show and what's going on, just go to Friends Who Like WMNF's Live Music Showcase and go ahead and join the group. It's public right now, but it won't be public forever. And we've got time for one more song, but before we finish off for the day, I do want to mention, come out, check out the CD release party this Sunday, 5 p.m. Doors open, and get your tickets at kasmusic.us. That's KASMUSIC.us. And of course, if you want to see more than just this Sunday, you do have a couple shows coming up. You have Slice Pizza Bar at 1 p.m. on August 20th. You're going to be 5 p.m. today at the Farm Table Kitchen. So you're like going there right after here.
I got a boogie, yeah.
You got a boogie. And of course, you'll be at Trist Gastro Lounge on August 23rd.
Yep.
Great. So make sure you guys check that out. We love hearing from you. So give us a call, 813-239-9663. And what's this last song you have for us,
We're going to do
Kasondra?
one more off the album. We're going to do Lullaby.
What's this one about?
This is a lullaby I wrote for my nephew.
Aw.
And then I recorded it, gave it to my sister for Christmas. And at one point, that was the only way that they could get him to go to sleep, was to play the song.
Let's hear it.
I wanted to sing you a lullaby, but what would I sing? A blues hand in hand, or waves against the sand, the way the planets turn, the fear of being hurt, the melody of perfection, or of my lessons learned. How could I ever explain the cold of steel, the weight of what you'll feel in life of death for dreams, the visits from grief, all the shades of blue, all the potential in you, climbing up a tree, flying on trapeze, falling to the ground, getting up when you were down. I'll never find other words than name the silence of a snowfall, the smell after a rainfall, or what makes roses so tall. The aching for a change, or how you make your way, the tune a songbird sings, or what opens its wings, what takes it to the sky, or convinces it to fly. I wanted to sing you a lullaby, but what would I sing? There is so much that I want to say. Maybe none of it will last a all.